Former CBI analyst Missy Woods now faces more than 100 charges related to manipulating DNA in hundreds of cases. And this morning she is scheduled to appear in front of a judge. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us live from Jefferson County Court. Courtney, all of this happened over her 29-year career with the Colorado Bureau of Investigations.
Yes, that's right, Jordan. Over 29 years, Woods is accused of manipulating data in more than 800 cases. She turned herself into the Jefferson County Jail yesterday, and current records show that she's still being held there on a $50,000 cash-only bond. Woods faces 102 charges, including perjury, attempt to influence a public servant, forgery, and cybercrime. She is admitted to purposely deleting data, according to an internal affairs investigation conducted by a team in Kansas. It all started in 2023 when a CBI intern reported Woods' conclusions were missing certain aspects of test data. Their investigation found hundreds of cases going back as far as 2008. The recently released affidavit details 58 cases, 38 of which involve sexual assault. Woods is accused of falsely reporting no male data present in those cases. Other test results showed that there were at least some amount of male DNA present. 9 News legal analyst Scott Robinson says because of that, we now know if it's possible people who should have been charged have walked free.
But the statute of limitations may have run. Witnesses and victims may have moved, died. Try to resurrect some of these cases that go back to 2001 and in one instance, 1996. Is going to be impossible for most prosecutors.
Woods told special agents that her reason for manipulating data was, quote, expediency. The Colorado Bureau of Investigation says it's reevaluating hundreds of cases going back years. The agency says that Woods' misconduct has cost them $11 million. Live in Jefferson County, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
All right, Courtney, thank you for your reporting. We appreciate it.
New overnight, crews are investigating after a fire destroyed 2 mobile homes and multiple outbuildings in Fort Collins last night. Poudre Fire says everyone was evacuated. Firefighters evaluated 1 person for inhaling smoke. It is not clear how that person is doing this morning. Poudre Fire says high winds caused the flames to spread from those mobile homes to the outbuilding.
Well, hundreds of people gathered in Boulder yesterday to celebrate the life of legendary Colorado coach Bill McCartney, who passed away earlier this month. The service lasted for more than 3 hours inside the Coors Events Center. Friends, family members, and former players honored McCartney for his commitment to family, football, and faith. A few hundred people attended his service, recounting stories of him on and off the field. Coach Mack was the head coach for the golden age of Colorado football. Not many people could have predicted what his career would turn out to be, but his family said he always had faith.
Dad was a dreamer. He used to say, big dreams create the magic that stirs men's souls to greatness. When he was hired in 1982, no one ever thought Colorado could win a national championship. In 1991, no one ever thought the greatest spiritual movement of our generation would originate in Boulder, Colorado. But my dad saw what others couldn't. He believed in the impossible, and his dreams became a beacon of hope and transformation.
He passed away on January 10th at his home in Boulder. He was 84 years old.
Denver's team working to end homelessness says the city is shifting its focus from moving people indoors to making sure people can get a job and a home after leaving city-owned shelters. Denver housing officials say they reached their goal of moving 2,000 people indoors in 2024. The goal for this year, move 2,000 more people indoors and help 2,000 get into permanent housing. To do that, Mayor Mike Johnson's office says the city plans to improve behavioral health and substance abuse services at its shelters and micro-communities, provide career coaching workshops and job fairs, and pair people with housing navigators. At a committee meeting this week, some critics on council said that the city also needs a backup plan for especially vulnerable homeless people.
There is a certain population that is not going to be able to live independently. They are going to require some sort of housing situation that if Mary walks out and doesn't have a shirt on, somebody is like, Mary, come with me. Let's get your clothes on. We're going to go to breakfast.
Councilwoman Stacey Gilmore suggested opening a long-term housing center for people who will need more services. The city says it will have its point-in-time survey next week, which will give a better idea of the current homelessness situation. right here in Denver.
Well, more students are graduating from high school in Colorado and fewer are dropping out. This is all according to the State Department of Education. Four-year graduation rates hit 84.2% in 2024, which is an improvement of more than 1% from last year and marks continued growth since 2010. Meanwhile, dropout rates are also down from last year and closing in on pre-pandemic levels. Education leaders say that the trends are encouraging for their goal of graduating students who will succeed after school.
Real goal is to ensure that students graduate prepared for post-secondary success, be that in college or in the workforce immediately. And so the goal and the thinking behind the menu that we have for high school graduation is to ensure that there are pathways that really do demonstrate the competencies that are required for future success.
Graduation rates also increased among students who took longer than 4 years to graduate.
Looking ahead to next week, the union representing King Soopers employees will hold votes on whether or not to strike. The union says contract negotiations ended late last week without a deal. It says King Soopers is not negotiating in good faith. The company disagrees, saying the union has not put forward any wage proposals itself. Negotiations began in October, about 3 months before the labor contract expired. The union will hold strike votes over 4 days starting next week. If approved, a strike could happen anytime afterward.
Sunshine won't help warm temperatures up much above about 32 degrees. We may sneak to 33, but it is going to be another chilly day. Winds light throughout the day, although picking up this afternoon into this evening. So expect some gusty winds, especially in the foothills, and chilly temperatures. Hey, as we round out the National Western Stock Show, temperatures warming up tomorrow. We're going to be pretty seasonal with highs in the mid-40s. And then for Saturday, we do have snow moving into the forecast. That includes the I-25 corridor. We're looking at anywhere from about 2 to 4 inches down in the metro area on Saturday, and it is going to be chilly with highs in the 20s.